Good morning. What the hell was that? Okay, hello. How are you guys? Good morning. Good time zones. Good Sunday. Hello, Lucky. Hello, Izuku. Hi. Who else? Let's say Anatek. Hello, little cat feed. How are you? Good evening, Aze. I know that for some it's evening. I know. But it's actually, when you think about it, hold on. I actually started way earlier today than normally I do. You know why? Because we lost an hour thanks to the daylight savings. And that means that actually now it says it's 11, but technically it's 10 a.m. It's the same time, like yesterday it would have been 10 a.m. So I actually started hour earlier than I normally do did what on Sundays. So, and I was scared actually. I was scared when I was going to bed yesterday that I'm gonna sleep like normally, and then I'm gonna wake up at uh, 11 actually, or like even later, and I'm gonna start late. But somehow I woke up at So I woke up and the time was saying 9:50, so basically 8:50 the original time before the change. So for some reason I actually my body was aware of the change and was like, we just gonna erase that hour and you're just gonna wake up like you would normally do, around 10. Like it's just the 10 is the norm. You gotta wake up at 10 no matter what, if hour disappeared or was added, okay? Which i'm I'm, to be fair, I am a little bit happy about. I'm happy about because um I'll get really easily adapted to the new time real quickly. Like this change, when you lose an hour from when it reaches 2, it's actually 3, because the change happens overnight. That one's, I always had such a hard time with that one. I'm not gonna lie. But today, for some reason, I don't think I got enough sleep, but I still woke up like by my like on my own. And yeah, crazy, crazy. Gaslinger baby, hello. Thank you so much for the follow on the green side. And yeah, happy International Women's Day. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Fredo Seeker, how are you? I am conflicted of this day. I woke up and did laundry, watched Deadpool and Wolverine with you guys, which I really enjoyed because I'm watching it with you guys. I know, I really appreciate you being there. After that, took the laundry outside, did some chores, and then I get to have a small break. It started to rain. It's raining today, all morning, and it's supposed to like till the afternoon, and I'm so goddamn happy because you know why? Because I get water. It's warm enough that the goddamn snow will melt. And it's warm enough. So like, hey, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect right now. So yeah. But at least I got 4 new gifted subs today. With one of them, I don't know who the streamer is. Oh yeah, I know how that happened. Like I had that happen before as well. uh, my mom used to leave me tied up in the laundry room. What the heck? Oh my god, what? That's that's 100% fucked up. I'll tell you that. Yeah, so like I can't really like this day starts pretty good, which is suspicious, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. I slept really like I kind of slept really well. I did was This was also the first night that I didn't use my humidifier just because it was raining also yesterday, so I was just like it's not going to be that dry, right? My head doesn't hurt. I had my coffee. I didn't feel any need to cough or like sneeze, don't have runny nose. So, suspicious. Suspicious, guys. The whole concept of daylight savings time is silly. I once had a Native American describe it as a cutting a rectangle off of the bottom of a rock, placing that piece on top of the rock, and then saying that you have more rock. So like nowadays, so that's the problem, okay? Hi Helen, how are you? Happy Women's Day. But my condolences for the daylight saving. Love that, love that. So it made sense in the past. There is a reason why we invented that, right? And it was all because of farmers, and, agriculture stuff, right? Because it it was meant to, you know, so like to help with like the work and everything, right? Like the farmers had to wake up early enough, to do stuff and like uh also like and be as late, to see the fluff in field, right? Like as long as possible, because in the past we didn't have tractors with headlights and shit, right? So like it made sense in the past, but now we invented such technology that we don't need that anymore. So basically it doesn't make sense to have that because fields are, you have those giant combines and like machines, for harvesting that have those giant headlights or additional lights so you can see it in the dark, doesn't matter if it's a morning or evening. So yeah, it's kind of obsolete. You're right. Lucky, you're right. Daylight savings is obsolete. It was created to give farmers more time to harvest. Exactly. We don't need that anymore because everything is pretty much artificially, taken care of. So, yeah, that was so. I'm kind of curious because I know that Canada actually has it like a week before or something. Like, it's not like I'm not sure. I think in Europe, you guys either gonna have it next week or you had it already a week before. I'm not sure. Like, did it leave the rest out of us of it? Yeah, true, true. Um, I'm sure that in Europe, like, it's gonna happen. Like, let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Hold on. Hold on. I'm curious. I am curious right now. Daylight savings. Um, countries. Let's see. Mm, Europe. Let's see. Starting the last Sunday of the March. Wait, what? That's a European. Ooh. Wait. By country. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, less than a week of each other. Yeah. So yeah. So you guys. So anyone in Europe will start last Sunday in March. So for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. So North America and Europe and like a lot of, yeah, it's mostly European Union and like, yeah, Europe and stuff. We're gonna be super close to each other, by hour because you guys don't change it till next 2 weeks. So yay, let's go. So we are actually close to each other. So for a lot of people that we've been apart for like 5 hours, it's 4 hours, and for some people that was like 4, it's only 3. God, gosh, guys, we're so close to each other. That's so cool. Yeah. Um, but apparently, like a lot of countries wants to like. I know that there are some places in Canada right now. I'm not sure which one, but like they are actually they actually changed the time tonight. Um, for the last time actually. For the last time. Here in Nova Scotia, apparently, like there's no change. We are still changing. Next time in November or something. But yeah, um, I I will tell you this. Like I'm used to it because Czech Republic has always done it. So like it's just like yeah, it is what it is. But then when I lived like for 5 years in South Korea, they don't have a change. They don't have a time change. So that one, like, it was just like weird, low key. And suddenly, like, I know that my parents were like, instead of 8 hours away from me, they were 7. I was like, wait, oh yeah, guys, you had a time change. It's so, yeah. And now it's even more confusing, low key, because like Canada has it like a week or 2 weeks before Europe has it. So like it's even like, oh my god, did you guys change your time yet? No, we didn't. Oh, so we're close to each other for a little bit. Okay, yeah. It's just like all over the fucking place. Hi JD. How are you? Uh Let me catch up with the chat. Daylight savings is obsolete. Yeah, I saw that. The farmers will say that it was because of the city folk, while the city folk say it was because of the farmers. It's ridiculous because it's the same 24 hours and the rest of the world doesn't observe it. I mean, it was because of the farmers, because it was mostly about the harvest and everything. So, like, it's just, yeah. As in the rest of the world doesn't observe it, only us backwards Americans do. But didn't it start in Europe? I don't believe in daylight savings. It's stupid to begin with. Some states in America don't. I still don't understand. Also, that I'm not in Europe, so maybe that's why. Don't observe it, which reveals the stupidity of it all. You're right. You're right. Hi, Robinyan. How are you? Because DST Daylight Saving Time was more of a World War I and World War II cold cost saving strategy, so makes sense that allied countries follow it. So, what was the actual reason? I was 100% sure it was mostly about for farmers, but to be fair, like even the coal cost saving also makes sense. So I think it was like all in one kind of in one situation when they were like, yeah, maybe if we do it, it's gonna make sense. But nowadays, with all the technology and like improvement and everything, we don't need that. We don't need that. Hi JD. First question: what's your opinion on daylight savings? Oh my god. More evidence that it should be abolished since those were wars ended over 80 years ago. um When I get an extra hour of sleep, I love it. When it goes forward, I hate it. Exactly. That's what happened today. And that's why I'm saying, okay, yeah, so today's the International Women's Day, okay? And it also is for North America on a daylight saving time when we lose an hour. So all the women wake up probably like majority of the women because I'm not the case thankfully today wake up cranky because they didn't have that extra hour, that normal hour that they usually have. So if you also forget to give her flowers or chocolate or whatever, or to celebrate the day with her, you're actually playing a very, very dangerous game. I just realized that, like, I am sorry. Like, today is a dangerous, scary day, and I feel for all the men out there, and I feel so sorry. On behalf of you women, I am so sorry for today. Good times as good evening for the from this side of the planet. Hi Kentos, how are you? I think the farmer's excuse was given to the get the populace to accept the fact that we still do it even though it's completely ridiculous. Sincerely abolish daylight savings. Well, unfortunately, not you, not me. We cannot decide that, unfortunately. It's the government who decides to do it. And hey, more and more countries actually are deciding to abolish it. So we just have to wait for your particular part of the world to you know, hey, we're not doing it anymore. And I call it normal Sunday. You're not getting extra hours though. It's the same. I know you're not getting. I know you're not getting, but like, well, low key, if you have to wake up, okay? The good thing is that it's happening usually on, like, it's always on Saturday and Sunday, right? Like the night. So, like, most people usually don't need to wake up. But if you go to sleep, so if I went to sleep at 10, let's say 10 p.m., okay? 10 p.m., and I had my, on a, let's say, okay, Friday 10 p.m. I go to bed and I wake up at, let's say, let's make it super easy so there's no confusion, at 10 a.m. Saturday. Okay, so I slept for exactly 12 hours, right? And then the next day I want to do the same thing, so I go sleep at 10 p.m. on Saturday, and there is the forward, time change. Instead of 12 hours, and I wake up at 10 again, 10 a.m., the day before it was exactly 12 hours. This time it's only 11. Like I actually slept an hour less, you know? I actually slept an hour less when you think about it, you know? So, yeah. In the grand scheme, nothing changes obviously, but yeah, it actually um is like that. mm, you can convince people who are stupid enough to listen and accept it. The thing is, like, everybody was for it, like multiple years, decades ago. So, like, it doesn't mean that they were necessarily stupid. Like, it wasn't a bad thing, right, during that time, because, like, they tried to make it more effective, and all the good stuff. They didn't have the technology to, like, do the stuff those many, many, many years ago, right? So, actually, like, it was low-key smart to do it, especially when they needed all of those stuff, do, like, especially if it was like during the world war, right? Doesn't matter if it was first war or the second war. Doesn't matter, like, in those times, they were trying to be as effective as possible. So actually it made sense. But since then, we progressed, we have technology, we have so many new stuff, you know so now it doesn't make sense anymore. It's old. We need a new way. That's Here it's weird because geographically we should have the same time zone as Portugal, but we have the same one as Germany. It was changed back in 1945, so we are 1 hour ahead in winter and 2 hours ahead in summer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That, like, especially when you're literally like neighboring countries, and it's like it's an hour or 2 hours away, just because the other country doesn't that time change is just wild sometimes. It's just wild. And then there you have those, like, and the most, and like, when you have the in what you call it, the uh oh my god, what's the word, the datelines, right? Like, time zones that how did I forget the word time zones? God damn it. So yeah, when you have time zones, uh you also have like so there is a place in Canada that is slightly there's a part of Canada that is slightly more ahead of Nova Scotia, right? And they just slightly. It's not a full hour. They have only 30 minutes more. So that's just like another goddamn like that's extra. Like if you are just like half an hour ahead or something like that. That's just crazy. So like I have 11:20, they have 11:50. It's just like what the hell? How are you 20 minutes ahead of me? That makes no sense. That doesn't have to do anything with the daylight saving, but like imagine that. Like to not be like full hours as well. Because I believe the phrase when you are right, you're wrong, and when you're wrong, you're screwed. Oh yeah. So for the next daylight savings in October, there can be one extra hour of a Women's Day. The good thing is that in October, it's not a Women's Day or Women's Month or anything like that. So we're good. It's just like, it's because Women's Day is always on March 8th, right? But the dates changes, right? The dates changes with the days and everything. So like today is extra because like it aligned on the same day, Women's Day and, and daylight savings. But normally it doesn't happen that much, okay? Also, all two. Thank you so much for the sub on the YouTube. Um, Here in the Philippines, we don't understand it. Plus, it doesn't change the time at all, so maybe that's why I barely hear anyone say it's daylight savings time here. The thing is, it's also different in the many like parts of the world. Again, today it was mostly for North America. 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be for Europe. I know that like New Zealand is changing it differently as well, like as some other parts. So it's just crazy. It's not even like internationally same, right? Not the whole world changes time, It's like also different fluffing weeks. You guys were also laughing at us Americans when we were hoarding toilet paper during 2020. Come on, that was just funny, okay? If we talk about and get annoyed with the hour loss, then we've already lost the second hour today. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Speaking of how far we have advanced, a ship was recently sunk by a torpedo from a submarine, and this is the first time that has happened since World War II. We've developed so much advanced ways to fight wars that soon we won't even need to have boots on the ground. Well, that's low-key already happening. You know how hard it is for kids to go to school in winter when it begins to get light at 10 a.m. Oh, and it's not just that. Like it's also like super super dark. Like it's already dark at 5. Like that's my worst. That's the worst stuff for me. I don't really mind the mornings as much. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like dark. Like, I actually don't mind being dark in the morning, because like I'm still waking up, so I don't want any bright light. But the fact that I come back home or I'm leaving work, I'm leaving school, whatever, and it's already dark, that's worse. Still want to experience snow? No, Izuku. No, you don't want to. The main reason why I hate daylight saving time is because during summer there's still daylight at 8 p.m. and I don't mind that to be fair. And I have hard enough time sleeping at it. And that just makes it harder for me to go to bed a decent hour when the sun is down. To be fair, you're not wrong. Actually, it like normally I don't mind it, but there was a time when I was working like early shifts, so I had to go to sleep because I had to wake up like at 3 a.m. to be able to be at work for 5. So actually, like I was trying to go to sleep at 9 or like 8:30 or something, and it was still sun out. That was, yeah, that was kind of like, I hated that time. That one was kind of hard for me, 100%. I'm not gonna argue that one. But if it's just a regular day and I don't have to wake up, or like, you know, I'm just free, I love it. I actually love the fact that it's still like sun outside, the nice sunrise, I love those days. I love those long summer days. I'm not gonna lie. That's just perfect. Yes, where I live, the sun is still up at 8 p.m. during summer. Sometimes even like till 9 or a little over 9. Yeah, then when I finally got my Discord notification to work, there's so many wedding photos on one of the streamers I follow. Nice, that's nice. That's good. Wait, your Discord notifications were not working? No, fear darkness is not scary unless you can't fight. That's probably me, so yeah. I fear what's in the darkness, the unknown. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh wait, I should be more specific. Final Fantasy 14 wedding photos. Oh. Wait, what? I'm Izuku, you're confusing me. You're confusing me. I don't fear the unknown. I made it fist raised. Um. Nah, that just calls for unnecessary problems. I don't want to do that. Honestly, I would never have even noticed that today is International Women's Day unless the streamers I watch brought it up. I'm so sorry, Fraser. Okay, I know that also it is not celebrated in like any special way, especially in North America or other parts of Europe, or like any other parts of the world other than Europe, because for us, like, it's like actually special day, because we were doing a special stuff because of the Russians during the Soviet Union, time. It was the Russians that they, to be fair, one thing that I will give to Russians, and during, the communist era when they were occupying us and other countries, I'll give them one thing. They actually took many days, made them a holiday, and they made them and like made it fun and celebration and celebrating, for like all the people, Actually, that wasn't, it wasn't that bad. And that there is a reason why, for example, Czech Republic, we are no longer under Russian influence, right? Like we had the revolution in 1989, and we are so far, we still hate, we don't really like Russians that much. But we kept all of those special, like a Labor Day, and like all kinds of cool holidays, just because, hey, we I love that is another reason why I low-key love to be a Czech person and love to be like from Czech Republic, because Czech Republic is like, we are the most atheist country, we don't care about a lot of stuff, but we will take literally any goddamn holiday from other countries, from other parts of the world, or like religions and stuff, and we will just accept it how it is, because it's gonna give us another day when we don't have to do shit. We we get to be lazy, we get to celebrate and do cool stuff. you know it's like we have a day. Oh yeah, 100%. We love to party. Like we celebrate Christmas. We have like a week or 2 weeks off. We have day offs on like Friday, a big Friday, and Easter's Monday. Even though like barely anyone actually celebrated it in a actual way, like the religion stuff way. Let's say, for example, we are having those pagans type of like celebrations where we also like that day. Usually, it's like it's either like low-key national holiday, so stores are closed, or everybody's like going home sooner. They are open just for a little bit. Let's say at work as well. It's just like we just gonna take, we have the Labor Day, the Kids Day, the Women's Day today. Like we will just take any type of a holiday, any type of a international day, and we will just celebrate it just because to make, just to make it special. Even though we normally like don't really, you know like it's not that important to us or whatever, but we will just keep it. Like for example, the Labor Day, like from like the way how we celebrate it, it's the still low-key same way how we celebrate it in during the Soviet Union you know time. Like we fucking hated it, but we still do it, because hey, like we're no longer the Russians, like we don't want to be again under Russians, but we will keep this, because that's nice, that was nice, we will keep it. So yeah. So yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm like, yeah, amazing. It'll just take any goddamn any goddamn. I hate everything religion related except for holidays. Exactly. And that's not necessarily just far leftist. That's anyone basically. Anyone. Yeah. So yeah, so that's one of the days. And so for example, so especially like if you have, so to coming back to the International Women's Day, okay? You guys know I showed you the last stream or the stream before. I showed you the flower, right? That like there's a special flower that you have to give to women in certain parts of Europe, right? Like especially those Slavic countries, right? Um, and there's this, a way how to do it and everything. So, so, um, like especially today, I've seen so many like Instagram reels, shorts, and stuff that were like in the last week, that were like men in North America and like other parts of the world. If you have a Slavic girl around you, don't forget about Sunday, Sunday's March 8th, because it's like on a like other women, not Slavic women, you probably will like you might get a pass. For Slavic women, you don't. That's scary. Don't do that. So yeah, obviously, usually the Slavic girls, they are living in a like in other countries in North America, Asia, or whatever. We are smart enough, and like we are good enough that we don't care if we don't get the flowers or any type of um if you guys are not, because you guys are not so familiar with it as and like so hardcore in black, can I speak, so hardcore in it as in certain European parts, right? So I'm not gonna get mad at you guys that you forgot, I'm fine. But if you're a man in a Slavic country, like you're there, like that's just like you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Oh, believe me, as it's celebrated. Russia has great vodka. True, true. I wouldn't been on Azzy Disco for a while now, but no, it's from a different server. I hate a Women's Day is highly politicized here. You know, a bunch of stuff have been heavily politicized, so like it's just like, I don't look at it from that point of view. I just enjoy what I want to enjoy, so wait, you really do that? Yeah, we do. D&D addict. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Um, Flare gun is the modern day version of fuck it. I cast fireball. You're right. You're right. Yeah, we do party hard. We do. uh, I mean, at this point, I'm just looking for excuses to drink. That's exactly the reason. The reason for Czechs to like celebrate all kinds of holidays. Like there is a reason why we are like the most drunk country in the world, Loki. Like we drink the most beer in the world. Like we have that number one spot for like many years at this point already. Sometimes we trade it with Ireland or someone else, but mostly it's us. Like like we will drink. We have a problem. Not gonna lie. Slavic girls seem pretty chill. I need to find myself a Slavic girl. Okay. If you okay, hold on. I have to warn you, okay? I do encourage you to find a Slavic girl, but it's low-key. It's low-key similar to like dating a Latina. Okay? Um you will get loved and cared for. Like she's gonna be independent in a lot of things, like she will be low-key like the another man in the relationship at home and everything. But you're forgetting that we like a lot of, especially now, like my age girls, or like a little older than me, anything kind of younger than me, like nowadays the young girls, like it's not as much. But we were raised up by parents who lived under, like in the communism era, the Russians, and all of the, the poor, the hard times and everything. We don't believe in a lot of things. There's that, there is a lot of, like mental health. Fuck that. Don't be a debil, you know don't be weak. That kind of stuff that will happen. That will happen. There's no, like we don't want a weak man and stuff like that. So like a lot of North American, let's say, or like West values doesn't mean anything to us. Okay. We are surviving harsh winters. Okay. We are fighting bears. We so like you have to be strong as well to deal to like be able to deal with a Slavic girl. You will be loved. You will have a perfect life. Like if you do everything correct, you will have a perfect, amazing life with a Slavic girl. But I'm not gonna lie, like it's not gonna be that easy. It's not gonna be that easy. And not a lot of men can actually handle that. True blood and milk. See, Helen remembers. Blood and milk women are strong. The 365 days a year, exactly. JD, why did you tell me you sent a friend request? Oh, really? Czech Republic is the most drunk country? I thought that title was held by Russians in the tundra. Uh, well, I don't. Okay, I don't know if it's like necessarily the drunkest, but I will show you something. Okay, I will show you something. Uh, oops, that's not what I want. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Why is it so small? Hold on. I want this photo. I want this particular photo. Yeah, this is the one I want. Here we go. Okay. For whatever reason it is on Reddit, but it's fine. Hold on. Oh, it's really hard to see. Hold on. So the white part says vodka, okay? Obviously. So you have wine Europe, you have beer Europe, also meat, and then vodka, but for whatever reason there is this whole giant white, so it completely ruins the thing, but whatever. There is a vodka on the right side, and then everywhere that it's kind of crossing each other, there is one little country there. There is one little country right in the middle. So you're telling me that they are feisty Latina where my shadow side is coming? Oh no, is it good? Where the risk for dating a woman from the Czech Republic? There's not that many risks. I mean, I'm not physically strong, but I have been alone for a long while, so I have a different kind of resilience strength. That's good. That's good for you. Hi, Ike. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Do people drink more beer than wine here? At least the youngsters. I mean, obviously it's not completely correct, but mostly like in the south there is more of a wine, right? But yeah, Czech Republic is right in the middle there, right? And I'm just thinking right now. Hold on. Who drinks the most beer in the world? That's a 22, but it's, well, ranked. The countries that drinks most of the beer. Let's see here, per capita. Here, you see that? Year 2024, Czech Republic. We drink 126. Can you guys see that? Yeah, 126 liters per year per person. Total national consumption, that's just beer. That's just beer, okay? Remember, it's just beer. Total national consumption, million liters per year. So we are 1,375 million. So like 1 billion liters. You know? We do drink a lot. We're the number one. We drunk. I just gained a huge realization and I hate it. I hate this feeling that it is so logical. Wait, what happened, Izuku? I see a lot of beer. Honestly, the first time I saw this picture, I laughed even before I was explaining. It better not be USA. Oh, it's not USA. The Philippines should have been on the top. Meanwhile, I don't like beer. I'm Czech and I don't like really beer. How are your livers still functioning? Oh, I don't know. Wait, you guys like more beer or wine? We love beer. Like literally, we have our own like breweries and everything, you know. Like one of the best beer in the world is actually Czech's beer, you know. Have you ever You know, like actually, I'll tell you this, like all of those like types of beer, you know, like Budvar, Pilsen, you know, all of those are originated from Czech Republic or like from Bohemia parts, you know. Like the first, I think that we low key in. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I think I saw that the very first person who ever did a like a invented beer was on Czech lands. It was some type of a monk, you know, and I think it was in Czech Republic or like there has been like um mentions of like churches and nuns, you know, uh making beer hundreds and hundreds years ago in Czech in Bohemia, Bohemian Kingdom and everywhere. We're proud of that. A monk make wait, is it good? Wait, hold on. The whole Christianity is all like, you know, based on like wine being the blood of Jesus, for example. Like, come on, like champagne, certain wines and shit has been made usually by you know, like by by those like cathedrals, monks, nuns, you know, churches. Alcohol is actually invented by like monks and stuff. Yes. So yeah. Where is wait Austria, Germany? But this one's only beer. Look, hey, look at this beer in the Czech Republic. So beer Czech. If you hey guys, a little Czech lesson. Pivo, pivo. That's how you say beer in Czech. Okay, pivo. Has a long history in what is now the Czech Republic, with brewing taking place in Břevnov Monastery in 993. Look at that. Two, almost, almost, okay, 1,000 years ago. The city of Brno had the right to brew beer from 12th century, you know, see? While Pilsen and Budweis, yeah, Pilsen and Budweis, you know these, had breweries in the 13th century. So yeah, see? Oh god. Map of the Czech Republic made up of beer caps. Why this doesn't surprise me? Pilsner Urquell was the first Pilsner type beer in the world. 1842, brewery in Pilsen. See? I told you. The Czech Republic is both a leading beer producer and exporter, with over 40 industrial breweries and over 70 small and medium sized family breweries. Beer remains one of the most important and well known exports in the country. That's why you find a lot of Czech beer like Plzeň, Kozel, Budvar, and I've seen some even smaller brands, you know, like in Korea, you know, in other parts of the world. Like, hey, you guys love our beer. Hi, Kazi. How are you? I mean, they invented the drinkable stuff. True, true. We love the quality. Hi, Amasia. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. All right, let me go back to the normal chatting here. How are you? My entire life seems to be a lime. All this time I wanted to visit Germany during Oktoberfest. Turns out I should have been idolizing the Czech Republic all this time. So hold on. Oktoberfest in Germany is still a great thing to go for, okay? And by the way, we also have some type of Oktoberfests in Czech Republic as well. Like like Germans are like our brothers and sisters, when it comes to beer. So it's not that bad, like they like it's actually really cool stuff, Oktoberfest in Germany. But we have it too. Awake and suffering the time of the month, yay, being a woman. Oh god. Well, happy International Day to you,Amisha. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that's another level. Daylight saving, International Women's Day, and that on top of the. Oh god. Oh my god. I am so sorry, Amasia. Jeez. Jeez, jeez, jeez. Oh, I don't have any more coffee. Let me change. Yeah, my head hurts. Oh. Drink a lot of water. Take some painkillers if you can. If you want. Does this count as an evidence on the VTuber ovulation tracker? Okay, good thing is Amasia's not a VTuber, so. So, let's not do that. I swear my head hurts now. I'm so sorry, JD. Why so? You go drink a lot of water too and have some painkillers if need to. To be fair, I had a very bad headache throughout the whole day yesterday, Loki, because I knew that the rain is coming, and it started raining like later during afternoon and overnight, and today is like rainy all the time. And usually, like when that's coming, I can feel it because my head hurts, the low pressure, and all the stuff. Yee. Probably will take something. What we were talking about today? Well, we started with the daylight saving stuff, then we moved to what we were talking about. Um, yeah, daylight savings, why and why it should be abolished and stuff. Then we talked about alcohol. Yeah, no, we talked about Slavic, like what's the benefit of dating a Slavic girl? Oh, the International Women's Day, like how it is like certain like celebrations and stuff. How it is like important for us, and like we kind of are like talking about like Czech Republic, drinking problem and stuff like that. Oh no. Oh yeah, since I'm on my spring break, I'm definitely going to do a drinking stream. Ooh, nice. I need to fix something real quick, then go to bed, not to sleep, of course, yet. Okay, it's okay. You take your time, okay? Especially since I passed my midterm. I know. I mean, you should be celebrating 100%, JD. Lots of stuff, and how drunk Czech Republicans are. Hold on, we are not Czech Republicans. We are Czechs. Okay, the people of Czech Republic are Czechs. We are Czech. How Czechs drunk are. Happy Women's Day. Funnily enough, yesterday I had a conversation with someone about like if you are from somewhere, like you are like like people from England are British, right? Or like people from um you know people are Korean, from Germany they are German, from Netherlands they are Dutch, so people from Czech Republic are Czech. There's a way how to say it. I had the conversation yesterday with someone, so it's kind of funny when you say it right now, Prater. Oh guys, so hold on. So you guys know how we did the flags, the flags test? I found another one that is actually a little bit better, and that's actually the pinpointing that's the pinpointing the countries on the actual map. Hold on, let me. Here we go. The Dutch are absolutely insane. Any people who drains an entire sea just to build houses is people you don't want to mess with. Hey, they are actually smart. You know, they are smart. They are indeed smart. You know, you want to mess with those people because they will save your house. They will save your house from floods and stuff. You know, they actually have the brain capacity for it. You know, they are strong. You know, you want to mess with those people. You do want to mess with those people. Or like, not mess, but like you want to. The Dutch, if their president once. Helen, we're not like, come on, like we were just admiring them for like draining the sea. You cannot do this. I know that. Oh my god. Brings a whole new definition to the term let them eat cake. Oh god. Oh, hold on. Wait. I need to put you guys here so I can see you. There we go. So, I just wanted to like try this just like once because I know that we were like doing the flags and everything, but like one thing that I will have to do. I'm not sure if I want to do Africa stuff. Eh, like this is just like there's certain stuff where I can't say like which one wait like Africa when but where are certain countries I will suck hard. Especially when it comes to all of those like also ocean like the ocean I cannot pronounce it, god damn it. You know, like those small island stuff, I will not know that. So I'm low-key like, should I just like not do it? Even though I was kind of being like, oh no, I can do it, you know, that kind of stuff. mm, should we try to do all of them? But I will suck. Like there's gonna be a lot of bad clicks. Trust me with that. But I feel like I will still do better than most of the people in, let's say, US. Should I challenge myself? It's gonna be real bad. It's gonna be real bad. Well, we're starting good though. Africa is a mess because countries like don't match the ethnicities and languages. Oh, it doesn't surprise me at all. Well, we're starting. So there's attempts. Hold on, I will move it so you guys can see it. So we have to pinpoint 197 countries, you know. So we did the flags. That one was something. We missed only we did only 7, right? Like incorrectly. My attempts here are gonna be way worse, I will tell you that. But we are starting easy. Japan. Ooh. Belgium. Sudan. Ooh, here. El Salvador. And now it's bad. Now it's bad because I don't know. It's somewhere here, but I don't know which one. And now for your viewing pleasure, as I presents the countries of the world. Yeah. Now, so we started good, and now it's gonna be way worse. Okay, hold on. El Salvador. It's gonna be somewhere here, but hmm, hmm. Is it more? Hold on. I need help, guys. I will need. You don't tell me exactly where it is, but it's okay. Central America. Okay, thank you. That was what I was kind of looking for. Yeah, but this is gonna be. Ooh, I don't know which one. Mm, is it on a smaller side? Nope. I feel like El Salvador is smaller. Nope. Ooh, we did it. Oh, fluff. Tanzania. Hold on. Tanzania is in here somewhere. Oh my god, I just realized how many small countries are here. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Yeah. Now we're gonna get so many attempts just on this. Don't laugh at me, Freighter. I would love to see you do this without without any cheating, you know? Mm. Tanzania, Tanzania. Hold on. Is Tanzania in Africa? Or is it like I would fail, that's why I laugh. Hold on. It would be great if we had some like hints. I'm just hold on. I'm actually questioning myself right now because I feel like is Tanzania in Africa or is it somewhere like in around here or even south? No, I don't think it's Africa. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The thing is, oh, I have zero clue which part. I feel like it's gonna be like somewhere in this area, but oof, oof, oof. Is it on a bigger side or a smaller side? I feel like it's actually smaller. Medium? Why am I thinking West Africa? Medium. Medium, medium, medium. I'll just go for something. Okay, that's incorrect. Incorrect. Nope. 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 Okay, let's try these. This is gonna be bad. Also, I don't know if we already did certain countries or not. Oof. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Let's just click on every single one. It's on the east. Are you serious? All right. Bhutan. Ooh, wait. Oh my god. Is Bhutan... Wait, I'm having... Hold on. I always forget. I feel like Bhutan is somewhere around here. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like it's in Middle East. But I think it's more here. And it's like super small, I think. Hi, Shay Guy. How are you? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Amazing how big the actual world is. I mean, Helen, you can give me a hint right now because I'm not sure if it's in Middle East or down here. I don't think it's like somewhere here. Hello, hello. We're doing GeoGuessr today. Oh, we're not doing a GeoGuessr. It's near India. Okay, so I was correct. I don't. So okay, hold on. So this is India. That we have Pakistan, China. What are these? So this is all India. This is funny enough. This area is not here. It's not recognized, which is funny. This is Nepal. Nope. I don't think it's big. It's small, isn't it? Smallish. There we go. Oh, okay, so it was the small one. Oh fuck. Ghana again on the Himalayas. Thank you. Wait, isn't today the 1 year anniversary? No, it's not. It's not. We still have 2 weeks approximately. Don't worry, JD. You will know when it's gonna be. Oh God, it's gonna be bad. I know like I need a hint immediately. Is it which side of uh nor I think it's is it west, east, south or north Africa? I have zero. I kind of know these countries up here, so I don't think it's gonna be north. I have zero clue where is Ghana in Africa. Again, like African North? Really? Why we cannot select certain countries? This is interesting. Oh, we're gonna have so many bad attempts. This is Morocco. No. To the left? Is this a small one? Oh, this is gonna be bad. Ooh, okay. Oh, another one, Dominica. Okay, now I have zero clue where's Dominica. You guys remember that the whole Dominican Republic, and Dominica? This is not gonna. We have 56 attempts, but only 7 countries guessed. Okay, now I have zero clue where we are. Caribbean. Okay. Oh my god, look at all of those small fishes. How do we do that? Okay. It's Cuba. One of the small ones. Oh, that's gonna be terrible. There we go. Mauritius. Okay, another. Again, like islands. Islands and stuff, I suck. Help. Help again. I think we are still around like... Wait, hold on. Mauritius? Hold on. How many islands do we have here? We don't have any islands here. We have Cyprus. No, Cyprus is here. Oh. That's a Sri Lanka. Yeah. Hi, Nico. As I check the kick chat, as there is a content that I'm done for you wish. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, we already went over that. It's okay, Nico. It's okay. That one's long gone. Is around Africa. Okay. Now the question is it on this side by Madagascar or one of those small ones? Because Mauritius is a ghost then, a very good, yeah. Nope. Ooh, there we go. Okay, Paraguay. Ooh, hold on. That's Central America, right? Somewhere here. Hi, Dark Lord Noir. How are you? The problem is I get Marcy confused with Mauritania. Yeah. Nope. Hold on. Then it's here somewhere. Happy International Women's Day. When you're fighting a nation in Africa, have you tried? Yeah, I always try and enjoy. This is where the dodo used to be from. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be another hard one. Oh, God. Or is it down here? I just keep realizing. Hold on. So this is Chile. This is Brazil. Argentina. Ooh. It's in the middle of South Africa. This one or this one? Now, which one is this? Ooh, here. Good. Oh no, Liberia. Oh damn. Liberia is in Africa, right? The good thing is we can skip. Wait, hold on. We can skip it. We can also skip and then like come back to it later, maybe. Ooh. Wait, hold on. If I skip it and go, will it come back? Huh. Hold on, guys. Because we are going for all of them. I'm just curious if I can skip it and they will like appear again later. But I don't know if that works that way. Okay, hold on. Hold on, 1 second. I'm just gonna search for something. When you skip on country in the geography test game, will it come back? Let's see. I don't think we I don't know, I'm not sure. But I kind of want to try it just because. So hold on. Let's just restart real quickly. We didn't really get far, so let's just restart. And let's see if I can. Okay, I don't know where's Cape Verde. Iran, easy. Palau. Okay, if I just keep skipping because of some that I just really don't know where they are, and then like try them later, you know? Oh god. I'm gonna be here forever. Oh, Peru. Oh, wait. Peru. Wait, Chile? Is this one Peru? No, fuck. This one. I knew that. Well, Sri Lanka. Wait. Wait, hold on. Wait. I'm stupid. Wait, I'm stupid. Sri Lanka. I knew where Sri Lanka. What am I doing? No. Oh, hold on. I'm so bad right now. Okay. Qatar. Let's just go with the let's just see. Hold on. Wait, UAE is no, that's Saudi Arabia. So UAE is oh fuck. That's Iraq. Not here. Oh, good. Serbia is the here. No, wait, here. Bulgaria is the Romania, Ukraine. Hold on. Hungary here. Mauritius. Okay, we had that one. Hold on. I'm going a little quick here. Fiji. Hold on. Fiji. Which one's Fiji, guys? Hold on. Wait, hold on. Do we have stuff in like here? I hope not. And I'm goddamn, now I'm okay, we don't. That's good. Don't cry for her, Argentina. Hi, Benz. How are you? I was checking so I can bomb you with more surprises. Oh, of course you do. Of course you do, JD. Good morning as the clothes are being moved, yet time lapse. Oh, yeah, as usual. Alright, Fiji, hold on. I'm not 100% sure right now, so I'll just go with the countries that I know for sure right now, you know, like stuff. Ooh, Botswana, I don't know, Marshall Islands. Oh, wait, North Macedonia. It's somewhere here. I'm not sure. I'm so bad at the Balkans here, but no. Uh, no, you know what? Let's skip for now for those. Oh my god. Wait, Senegal. And we know that it's Africa. That's for sure. But like, oh, I'm not even trying that yet. Wait, Georgia. Georgia is somewhere here around here as well. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Nepal. Don't click on anything. Uh, that's another some. Here we go. Austria, easy. Tunisia, Egypt. Oh God, not these. Wait, Yemen somewhere. Yemen somewhere here somewhere. There we go. How dare you? How fluffing dare you? So so this is by the way from the same like developer, okay? Now I'm mad. Now I'm fucking mad. So in the flags, they had it correctly. Czech Republic. What the fuck is Czechia? North Macedonia is about South Macedonia. No way. Wrong. I'm so mad right now. Okay. Oh fuck. Wait. I always confused Philippines and Malaysia. Malaysia is the bigger one, right? No, those are Philippines. Fuck. Hold on, let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. No, Philippines are the bigger one. Fuck. You're making Izuku sad. No. Spanish land in Philippines. No. Hold on, please. Oh fuck. Oh, I suck, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always mistook these two. Oh, I'm not going for those. Portugal. Brazil. What the fuck? What? What? That was Brazil. What happened? I didn't skip. What the hell happened? This bullshit. Oh, which one of those small ones it is? Oh, okay, I got it. Laos. Ooh, wait. Laos is... Ooh, fuck. Oh, no. Wait. I have such a... Like, I know it's here, but which one of those it is? Oh, no. Fuck. Okay. Andorra. Mexico. Cyprus. Oh, okay, skip. Romania. Oh, Ghana. Hey guys, we know this one. Now, Sierra Leone, we're gonna. Oh, wait, hold on. Azerbaijan. Ooh, Pakistan. Kazakhstan. Wait, no. Hold on. Wait. Iran. Wait, which one? Where's Kazakhstan? Oh, Kazakhstan here. Wait, no, Kazakhstan. Hold on. Kazakhstan is this one. Uh, here? No. Here. Ow. Fuck. Ow. Damn it. Oh, this is a small one. Damn it. Bahamas, this one? No. Hold on. Now I'm just skipping. No, now I'm hold on. I'm just going. Let's go for the ones that I know. Let's just like come on. I suck right now. You skipped. Ha! I didn't even have my cursor near the skip button. What the hell? Well, not all countries are on Google Maps, but yeah, most of them. Small neighbor. Oh, Ecuador. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I knew Ecuador. He's like a small one. It's one of those, isn't it? Why is this whole like why are certain countries not there? Like what's these? Like what is it? I know Ecuador is not like necessarily big, but like it's I'm not sure if it's here or here. I'm gonna skip for now. Just in case. Sudan, Turkey, ooh, Algeria. Oh, I'm not sure right now. Let's see. Ethiopia. Oh wait, Guatemala is this bigger one? Nope. Fuck. This one. No. Damn it. Which one are you? Is he here? Oh, Jesus Christ. I know the like. I know the uh area Loki, but I never know like again like for example Kyrgyzstan. It's somewhere here, but which one of them it is? Guatemala is Mexico's little brother. When does Purple Wave start, by the way? Oh, I'm still waiting for a music to be done for it. But, I'm gonna, because I was sick, I postponed the recordings and everything, but I want it to be out by this month. So sometimes during this month, it's gonna be out. There's been small little setbacks, but don't worry, it's gonna be. All right. The question is Kyrgyzstan. Which one of those is Kyrgyzstan? Oh, good. Now Uzbekistan. Oops. Okay. Iraq. Morocco. Ooh, wait. Morocco is this one. Okay. Afghanistan. Oh, wait. That's this little. No. No, this is Kazakhstan, right? So. Oh, God. I suck, guys. Argentina. Let's see. Okay. Wait. Fuck. Ooh, which one of you are Estonia? Damn it. I like that Western Sahara is not part of Morocco on this map. Oh, really? Come on, not Argentina. Because we were having that conversation before and I got a little bit confused there. Oh, Lithuania. Oh God, Steve. Latvia is this one, I think. So, fuck. Oh, Guinea. Oof. Nope. Nope. Ooh, Colombia. Ooh. Hi, Nini. How are you? Are we dead right now? Wait, what? Oh no. I'm gonna skip for a second. Central African Republic. I swear to God, if it's not this, good. I have zero clue where it is, but I just tried. Niger is somewhere here, though, in this area, but I don't know where. Greece, Croatia. Oh, Moldova. It's somewhere this one, but I don't know which one. Vatican City? Oh, fuck. Are you serious? What's this? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, Samoa. Is this one? Nope. Okay, no, I'm skipping for now. Ooh, wait, Dominica. We had that one. We had Dominica. Which one was it? I forgot already. This one. Good. Papua New Guinea. That's the one. Okay. Cuba. Oh, fuck. Wait. Oh my god. I thought it's the smaller one. Hate this. I hate this. Monaco. Ooh, Monaco here. Oh god. Okay, now I'm realizing how bad I am actually. Indonesia. Maldives. Wait, no. So the Maldives are here. Just skip. Just skip. Chad is somewhere here. I don't know where. Just skip. Come on. Just skip it. Ooh, wait. Syria. Oh no. There we go. Okay. Wait, Jamaica. Oof. Okay. Guys, help. Pakistan Loki looks like a dinosaur. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Giga chat, yeah. Happy day for the woman in chat and happy for not the woman in chat. Oh god. Don't do the poop like that. I mean, I know it's in Italy and I didn't think that there is another something here. I don't even know what's this. That's my problem. Oh god, Vietnam. Oh, oof. Oof, good. Okay, 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 okay. Wait. Saudi Arabia, Yemen. We are so wait, Kuwait. Okay, good. North Korea. Oh god, these are bad. Germany. Chile. Wait, is that no? Montenegro is like it's like one of those. This is Bosnia. No. Okay. Honduras. Oh god, not these again. I suck with those. Nigeria, Finland. Let's go. Oh god. No. No. Oh, Bhutan again. Wait, Bhutan. I remember this one. Ireland. Bosnia. Don't click. There we go. Suriname. Micronesia. Hold on, Micronesia. Now, which one of these is Micronesia? Oh, is this one the long one? I feel like it's the long one. Help. San Marino? Wait, that's a San Marino? I just went there 3 months ago. You can get guns and swords in San Marino. It's like America in Italy. Oh my god. Why doesn't surprise me? I get I I gotta get my butt to San Marino then? Oh no. I'll skip for now because I'm not sure. I'm really curious if we will get them back. Oh, wait. Okay, Iraq, Lebanon. This one. Okay. Slovakia. Oh no, Venezuela. I don't know right now. Let's skip. Skip. Somalia. I'm not sure. Oh, we had the El Salvador here. Kazakhstan. Let's go. Told you that the big one is a Kazakh. Zambia. I don't know. India here. Palestine. Which one of those are you here? Tuvalu. Don't know. Poland. Armenia. Bangladesh. Hold on. Oof. Wait. Is Bangladesh small or is it big? Wait, it's this one, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay, good. They're green, and on the left of it is Bolivia. Are we still on beer? No, we're not on beer. This time we're already. The cool medical castle on the hill between the clouds. I'm trying to pinpoint countries right now. Oh, not a Paraguay again. Hold on. That was, which one was it? I already forgot which one it was. Here. Okay, good. Oh, Thailand is this one. Okay. South Sudan is gonna be this. Belarus is here. Was New Zealand. Here. Kenya. Oh god. Like I know the names obviously, but Swiss. But I don't know where they are. Oh, Uruguay. Uruguay is going to be this one. Okay. I was like Paraguay and Uruguay is going to be close to each other like 100%. South Africa, Mali, United States, Latvia. Here we go. East Timor. Ooh, wait, East Timor. Okay. Jordan is here. Bolivia. Those are like the ice. Like you can definitely tell that I am very much aware of like low-key Asia, very much aware of Europe, North America, low-key, and I suck hard on these two. Wait, I know Haiti. Haiti. Fuck. It's the smaller one. Brunei, Eswatini. Nope. Liechtenstein. Oh yeah, so they come back. Wait, no. We started a new one, so I don't think the Liberia it's not. Oh, Libya. Wait. Libya. Is Libya I'm not sure if Libya is in here or if it's in Africa. Kenya is the marathon runner's lair. Paraguay is cool because most of its population still speaks its native language, Guarani. Ooh, middle of the red and dark green. What do you know the way? It's in Africa. Oh fuck. Okay, so it's gonna be like somewhere. Don't know. Wait, Panama. Panamský průplav. Panama. Ooh. Wait. Where is Panama Canal? I know where's Is it I'm hold on. Is it here? Is it in Africa or like is it here? Here around here or is it here? I'm so fucking confused right now. Like you're like normally on a America. Okay, good, thank you. So on the normal occasions, I'm like, oh, I know for sure where it is, right? But then I'm like, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, what? I'm so confused. Oh, which one of those it is? Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, there we go, Malaysia. Taiwan. Australia. Turkmenistan. Oh fuck, which one of those two are you? Is this smaller or is it bigger? Fuck, I knew it's the bigger one. Togo. Oh, we're going Tajikistan. That's gonna be you. There we go. We didn't have Denmark yet. Here we go. Kenya. No, I don't know. Madagascar. Oh, so if I skip, I cannot go back to them. Welp. Well, that's a GG. That's a GG. Now we know. Okay, so I could do, but okay. Brazil fluffed me over because I didn't mean to skip on it. Okay, I know where is Brazil, obviously. So technically 111 countries. I know where is 111 countries. But they never ask for Greenland. You can see that the Greenland is not color like hold on. We need to see. Hold on. Let's oh, fluff. Ooh. Oh guys, we have so many cool ones. So hold on, let me go back here. Like you could see, you know, you see like this, like Greenland is not, you cannot select it. There is this one that you cannot select it. Hold on, let's go for, well, give me a second, 1 second, guys. Let me just open Google Maps. Because it makes no sense. What the fluff? So what is that? That's French Guiana, apparently. Which I don't understand. Oh, because, oh, so it's like, okay, so I see. Wait, what? The West, oh, because it's West Sahara as well. Called, like it's not a actual, like those places. Hold on. I have my Google Maps in Czech, unfortunately, so hold on, let me show it back to you. So this is the west, so this one next to the red, that's a West Sahara, but apparently it's not a country. This is like French Guiana or how you pronounce it. Greenland belongs to Denmark, so that's why you cannot select it. What's this? What's this that we cannot? Hold on, let me check. Uh, whoops! What am I doing? Go away. Here, let's see. What's that? What's that little thing next to India? That's Jammu, Kashmir. Or something like that. Wait, no, wait. Was it at India? Hold on. It's like, yeah, so Nepal. Like it doesn't really recognize certain areas. I don't know, or like they belong to someone else. I'm just so confused right now. I am so yeah, so that was that. Okay guys, give me a second. I'm gonna go to bathroom and then we can look at those and tell me which one we could try. If there is anything you guys want to try, because those are like, some of them are like world capitals. I'm definitely not going for that. Biomes, climate change, rivers. Oh my god, this scares me. Regions, lakes, islands. Oh my god, these are crazy. Well, anyways, I'll be right back. Just a quick bathroom, okay, guys? Quick bathroom. Ooh, I'm back. What you guys been up to, huh? So, guys, quick recap. What I've been doing today. Everything. I have been here for like 20 minutes. Daylight saving day checks are heavy drinkers in geography. Pretty much. I'll give you chaos, Ike. No. Don't forget International Women's Day and how the chicks like to steal holidays as an excuse to drink. Do not call me out on that, okay? Okay, well, have a nice rest of the second. I just came to check in depth. That's fine. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate it. You coming here. All right. So let me see. I just want to see this one. Is that a game? World Geography game, solar system. Name the planets, life cycle of the sun, order. Let's see, name the planets. Drag. Okay, this is gonna be easy as hell. Come on. Also, you guys cannot see me. You cannot see everything because I'm too big here. Let's see. Hold on. How dare they this? There's no, there's no Pluto. How dare they? Okay, this is easy. Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Uranus, Neptune. Yay! Easy. What was that? Hold on. Wait. What was that? There was a goddamn um meteor. I need to see that. What was that? Show me that again. What the fluff? Where are you going? Oh. Okay, good. I was like, what the hell? The best planet is missing though. Exactly. Let's see. Order of the planets. Drag the planets in their correct order. Okay, easy. Venus, Jupiter. Here we go. Check. Easy. Life cycle of the sun. Okay, this is interesting. Life cycle of the sun. Drag the stages in the correct order. Oh. Oh, fuck. I don't know, to be. I really don't know, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Mm, let's see. The life cycle of the sun started in a stellar nursery. A huge cloud of dust and gas where protostars were created by gravity. Okay. The sun is mid-sized stars. In its current stage, it burns hydrogen into helium and releases energy. About 5 million years from now, the sun will run out of fuel and it will expand and swallow Mercury, Venus, and maybe Earth. And even if it doesn't swallow Earth, it's gonna be so goddamn hot here that we'll just not be able to do anything. mm, I can't drink alcohol actually because of my liver. Oh. As a pulse. What did I do? The 9 planets in our solar system with a few planets that hasn't yet been discovered. True. How do you pronounce Uranus? We're not talking about that. Okay. Um. So wait, hold on. Really? The white dwarf is after that? The dying sun will shed its outer layers, clouds and dust and gas form a Scott planetary nebula, and the remnant of the burned up sun keeps glowing for a long time. Eventually, it will cool off and fade out. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, like this is the planetary nebula is technically the last stage, how it's gonna like look like after it like explodes, right? But the sun on its own is gonna be a white dwarf. So yeah, I was just like, hold up, like that kind of doesn't make sense. All right, that was kind of nice. That was kind of cute. That was way too easy for me to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. The Earth becomes uninhabitable long before the sun goes out. That is true. That is true. We're gonna destroy it ourselves anyway. So yeah, we're gonna destroy it ourselves anyways. I mean that I'm more like there's I feel like we would. I feel my personal opinion is that I think that we already like um discovered all the planets in our solar system. It's just like all depends on what we consider be a planet. Because the reason why we get rid of Pluto is because Pluto is even smaller than our moon, and it had completely different trajectory around the sun, and also it was mostly ice. So the closer it would be to the sun, if we put Pluto closer to the sun, the ice would melt and it would grow a tail, which that's not what planets do. So uh so that's a little problem there. So that was the main, let's say, discussion points on like little facts that made it not to be a planet. I love Pluto. I feel sorry for Pluto. I'm not gonna lie, like poor Pluto should be should give him the rank of a planet, please. But unfortunately, Ultimate always check my messages in the chat while everyone else doesn't. This is BS. Wait, what's going on? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let's check. Let's check. Why is it doing this to you? Where's Automat? Oh, yeah. I see why. uh, oh, because you know why? Because it flagged only because you put the dash between your and, you know, while Helen kept it. Uh, wait, what? No, hold on. No, she also wrote it separately. What the? That's weird as hell. What the fuck? Why someone's not being? Yeah, I understand now. I understand now. You're completely correct, Wisney. I just noticed that too. That's BS. That's BS. There's some hints that Mars could have had life on it. Oh, I'm 100% sure that he had. That Mars had a planet, because when you think about it, like it's been probably or like some early stages of life. We are talking about like bacterial stuff and yeah, because we know that there are certain places, like we already kind of are sure that there are certain places on Mars that has let me go bigger again, that has water, right? And water is as far as we know one of the one of the well, stepping stones for life, right? So, and Mars is not that far away from Earth technically. It's almost, so at one point, like billions and billions of years ago, probably it was very similar to Earth in a way, because it was in that green belt, you know, in that habitable zone of sun. But um unfortunately, uh we don't know. It could have like it didn't develop the life as we know, you know, as we have. It didn't have the time to develop it to the moment hmm, to the stage that we could have like easily noticed, right, on the planet, because like all we can see are mountains, rocks, and dust, right, on the Mars. But probably at some point it was in that good sweet spot, right? Now it's us, it's Earth, that it's in that sweet spot. And eventually we will go out just like Mars. Either we're gonna be burned by sun when it explodes in 5 billion years, um or it's gonna, I don't know, like something's gonna happen and it's gonna destroy the planet anyways, you know. And it doesn't need to be necessarily just like by us humans, but you know. Indeed, Pluto is the Roman translation of Hades. Hmm. It happened like 5 times, even in the previous streams. Really, you gotta tell me about that. Like because you guys don't forget, I'm the only mod. I'm the streamer and the mod. Twitch doesn't like Uranus. We're not doing these jokes, guys. That's why Mars is Earth's true twin, even though Venus holds that distinction. Oh, you definitely don't want to go on Venus. The toxicity, the pressure, the insane temperatures. Hell no. Hell no. You don't want to go to Venus. You don't want to go to Venus. Venus is interesting, but there is like we're never gonna be able to like okay. Technically we could be able maybe to terraform Venus maybe a little slightly easier than Mars, but just because Venus has its atmosphere, but like technically if we somehow could figure out how to get plants there, maybe it would somehow like work out. But I think I read some article or there was some theory on that, but yeah, nah, like they're just like we sent stuff into Venus, right? There were some like satellites or drone type of, not drones, we didn't have drones at the time, but like some type of satellites that we sent there, and we have a picture, if I'm not mistaken, from Venus or like something. It survived barely a couple minutes on the surface, or in the atmosphere of Venus. On its, it's insane. You don't want to go there. Venus, on the other hand, is a hellish world that constantly rains hydrochloric and sulfuric acid. Yep, what I'm saying. Hopefully, by the way, we will resolve the issue of gravity generation expanded out of the solar system. Oh yeah, like there is a like if humanity doesn't destroy itself, right? The only way how we will survive, because Earth will not survive. Even if we manage to survive next 5 billion years till sun decides to explode, if we literally have 5 billion years right now, the humanity will somehow survive. No global extinction's gonna happen, or anything. The asteroids are not gonna miss. All of them will miss. Nothing bad's gonna happen, and the only inevitable end will be the sun exploding. Then the only Earth will be gone 100%. So if nothing else happened for next 5 billion years, we have 5 billion years to figure the fuck out how to get out of Earth and expand to the other sides of the universe and inhabit other planets, right? Find a way how to survive. Because that's eventually if we are the only life in the whole vast universe, that is important quest for us. Instead of destroying ourselves, we should unite and think about and try to work out how we can actually spread across planets, and other corners of the universe and preserve life. That's what we should be focusing on. But no, we don't care about those stuff. Yeah, even without any human intervention, there will be more mass extinctions, events, and radical climate shifts after a long time. Exactly. Want to go to Saturn to do a Mario Kart run? That's not how it works, Whitney. But we can dream. You can go to Venus once in your life, though. Exactly. You'll go. It's a one-way ticket. True and real, the planet will be fine. The Earth will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. I mean, yeah, probably if humanity will probably And it's sad. It will probably not survive. But if we somehow manage to survive, or anything, any type of life will manage to survive and will manage to get to other places in the universe, yeah, that would be cool. You know, let's preserve it. The argument about Pluto is that a dog star can be a planet, but in reality it is like calling the moon a pet rock. So if I'm not mistaken, I saw uh another argument that I saw about Pluto is that Pluto is stranded Neptune's or Uranus moon. That's what happened too. That like it's like, but again, the fact that Pluto is mostly made of ice is, yeah. It would be harder to terraform Venus though, since its atmosphere is a runaway greenhouse effect. Yeah, that is a daunting proposition to terraform Venus given the environment. None of us probes survive for long. That's the thing. Like, we just need to like somehow send there some type of robots or something that can survive a little bit, well, a little bit, slightly a little bit longer than human beings, right? And drop there some plants and stuff like that, and maybe they could work, but yeah, will be extinct by 2500. That's a scary prediction. Ain't no well in hell you make it past 230. In the year 2020, 2525, if man is still alive, the apes will run the world by then. I'll bet on the fishes. I would bet on the fishes too. Just look at the crab. Which one is the crab that like didn't change and is around here for like not billions, millions of years. Survived all kinds of extinctions, huh? The horseshoe crab, that one. I bet on that motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. Mars is colder than for Greenland. If the astronauts didn't have protective suits, they would be ice. Yeah. Eh, is it? Though. I mean, it is colder, 100%, because it's further away from sun. And there's those strong winds and storms going on there, but yeah. Yeah. But we didn't go to Mars yet, so we only had some rovers there and robots, cool Wally stuff. So we don't actually know yet how it feels to be like as a human being on Mars. We just have data, and we can guess. Well, we were the apes, and the apes will become us. That's why I reject modernity. Return to monkey. Makes sense. We don't care about that stuff, Aze, because we are too busy trying to off each other. Exactly. The problem is that we don't make kids anymore. Yeah, because the problem is that a lot of places, unfortunately, cannot really afford to have kids. But that's just like how we make it. The system works. Again, wrong focus. Probably a lot of civilizations have existed throughout the galaxy, just not at this exact moment. I don't really think so. Because think about it, okay? Think about it. So, um how old is universe? Approximately 13.5 billion years, right? How old is planet Earth? 4 4.5 billion years. How long did it take us to actually, like how long it took us, to develop to a civilization like us, right? Like something like really, really, uh, like like what we know is a civilization, right? So it takes so long for planets to be made, and these sweet spots for life, right? So me personally, I'll say this, okay? I think that there is probably uh some type of a life out there. Is it at the same level as human civilization? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think so. Like the same, like if like it would, it's really like we are. It's Loki so rare. We are so lucky to be like that. All of the odds of like stuff like the same way, happened that we are existing. We developed in that way. I don't think so. That might be very similar, or life based on something completely other other stuff. We're just guessing, right? Because like all we know is a life based on carbon, oxygen, water stuff, those, hydrogen stuff. But there could be completely different stuff going on, right? Like I feel like that there is life out there where they're complete like better civilizations, more advanced, let's say. I'm not sure. I am not sure about that. Hold on, I'm kind of curious because hold on, let's see. YouTube. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Let me go here for a second. Let me go here. I'm just gonna search for something because I feel like I saw. I don't know who was it. Is it if it was Neil deGrasse Tyson or someone else? Uh, or Brian Cox. Hold on, let me see. Brian Cox. Is there life? It's too long. I don't think that's the thing that I'm looking for. I think this one is the one that I want to show you. Hold on, guys. Are you guys familiar with Brian Cox? So he's a really, I love that guy. Scientist, good stuff. All right, hold on. You know what? Let me catch up with the chat because I was just yapping, and I didn't really read anything. Hold on. uh, Before contraceptives, kids were born, wanted or not. Now it's just not because yes. Horseshoe. Yeah, Musk is trying to get there, though. That is true. Whales evolved from a terrestrial animal that once decided to live on the ocean. Not that good, boss. Most likely first thing besides more research that gets done on Mars is robots mining resources. True. Robots are nothing without logistics. Logistics means manpower. That is true too. Uh, just wonder why people in poor countries makes kids and we don't. It's because now we live in a comfort and don't need more people. Pretty much. In the grand scheme of things, humans have been around for what is essentially a blink of an eye in terms of the lifespan of the universe. True. There is undoubtedly life out there in the universe, but it's probably microbes and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Apparently, there's a great chances for parallel universes, and our entire universe can be like one small animal cell. I wouldn't be surprised of a multiverse type of stuff. Like if there was more universes, if we are a universe within a universe, you know, like the whole theory of us being in the middle, like living in the black hole, basically. Like there's another stuff like that. The problem is that we can actually estimate how rare it is to develop life on a planet. True. It's called the Great Filter Hypothesis. There is something in the advancement of every species that prevents them from getting off world, most often developing the technology to destroy themselves. People were born because there was a need for workforce and improvement. Now machines and AI do it a lot of that for us, and we don't need people. It's a sad reality. Asa is based Brian Cook's enjoyer. Yes, I love that guy. I'm not gonna lie. Since we're talking about space and civilizations, may I suggest a really good book called Children of the Time. Can you ever can you ever can you ever do operate a toy car without a remote? Nope. Yeah, 100%. Nope. He's not just a scientist, he's an excellent science presenter and is able to simplify complex concepts to explain them to the masses. Exactly. Hold on, I'm looking for one video and I think this might be this one. Hold on. Let me put it up. Let me put it up. It would be cool traveling through universes. It would be really an odyssey on a spaceship. Black holes are not immortal as it appears they can close. True. The most interesting stuff is actually when two black holes collide. That's cool. Nobody born that lame meme is becoming true. Oh god. Yeah. Here we go. This one.
It's possible that we
Let me just make sure. Can you guys hear it well? Let me just up it up a little.
are the only civilization in the Milky Way galaxy at the moment. Right? It's worth considering that might be the case. And there are reasons we can go into about why that may be the case. So if it's true, imagine it's true, I think that if we're talking about the meaning of it all, well, meaning is a property of intelligence, I think.
Just another small like insert by me. He not just he's so smart and like he can like explain stuff and simplify complex stuff. His voice is just such a ASMR type of shit that just you love. You gotta love it. I'm sorry.
So clearly the universe means something to us. So meaning exists here.
Sorry, guys.
But if there's no other intelligence out there in our galaxy and we destroy ourselves, then we might eliminate meaning in a galaxy of 400 billion stars forever. That's what we might do. So consider that, world leaders. You have potentially a galactic size responsibility to maintain meaning in a galaxy. It's possible that we're the
So that was one of them, but I think maybe is there a life? No, not this one. Which one was that I was looking for? Is there evidence? This one?
What is the best bit of evidence for alien life? We don't have any evidence for alien life, is the answer. So in the past, so we've landed missions on Mars, for example, the Viking missions in the 1970s. There was some suggestion that there might be some chemical reactions that looked a bit like life. And then it turned out that it probably wasn't, because it's very difficult to distinguish geology and chemistry from biology when you don't know what the kind of biology is that you're looking for. And so the answer is we don't have any evidence of alien life, of life beyond Earth, but we're looking. So that's the answer. And then everyone will whinge about that. We'll go, what about that flying saucer that landed in Chicago or something? And I'll say, I don't believe it did. What is the best bit of evidence?
Love that. Love that how he talks about that. It's just great. Hold on, guys. Hold on just a second. Had something stuck in my throat. Damn. That was my point about the robot. Robots can replace its own batteries. Well, now we have the technology of like that we have the solar power, right? So technically, like if I'm not mistaken, a lot of stuff right now that we send to the universe can be recharged by solar panels, right? Has the universe a purpose? 40 minutes of mind blowing space facts. Do we want to see that, guys? Solar panels be expensive? That is true. That is true. That is true. Nowadays, AI can program themselves and then makes them worse. Yeah. Like the problem is like we're just like AI would be helpful in a lot of ways, but we the way how we programmed it, like certain types of AIs that we know, um it's just like we fucked it up. I feel like we did the wrong job on that. Born too late to explore the Earth, born too early to ride the wave of galactic exploration, born just in time to see a humanity of itself. Oh please no, I wanna like let the next generations do that. I still want to live a normal like Loki. Like I know it's not really fun nowadays, but I still want to live like a full life without global extinction, please. Then blame the tools, blame the people. Exactly. I use Brian Cox as a sleep aid. I love science. Oh yeah, I like every time I go to bed, I listen to some of his stuff, and it's just so cool. Hold on, let's go for this. Oh, fluff off YouTube.
There are
Let's see. Let's see this. Hold on. Let me adjust stuff, guys, for you so we can see everything. What am I moving right now? I'm moving the wrong stuff. I want this. Mm, let me move it like that. Let me put myself here. Okay. Let me up the volume for myself a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear it well. A murderous knife isn't bad just because someone bad used it. That's not a bad analogy, or how to say it. We'll see in like 20 years when the big money politicians will be dead. There will be other ones.
there are 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. You need to know that the Milky Way galaxy has got 200 billion stars. Most of those stars now we know have planetary systems. We estimate there are something like 20 billion Earth-like planets, or potentially Earth-like planets.
20 Did you hear that, guys? 20 billion Earth-like planets. But how many of like there is wait, I saw just recently I saw article about a planet that looks exactly same. Only looks exactly as Earth. But actually like the actual stuff that it's on the planet are so bad for people, for human being, like to like we wouldn't survive a minute there. So yeah, that's the funny thing. Like we just most of the stuff is just like we are just saying that there's 20 billion planets Earth-like, okay? Earth-like. And that's just like that we see them and they look like Earth. because they are blue, they might have clouds or something like that. But what are those stuff actually? We don't fucking know. We just see them. We can look at them, but we don't have like we've never been there, we never sent anything there, so we don't really know what are we just assume, oh, it's made from ice, it's made from this, it looks like that. But we don't actually know. Challenge accepted, Ninny. What are you doing?
in the Milky Way galaxy alone. So if you're asking questions about what is my place in the universe, you need to know those things. First of all, it's a framework within which you can think.
What is a black hole?
I've been doing some work on black holes, and there's progress being made on that now, which I think is profound and exciting. So they are stars at the end of their life, bigger than the sun, more massive than the sun, but they run out of their fuel and they start to collapse because gravity squashes them. And if they're sufficiently massive, then there's nothing that can stop the collapse. And so they collapse, as far as we know, to a point, right? Essentially an infinitely dense point. But they collapse to such an extent that there's a region around it from which light can't escape. And that's
Imagine our sun would because there's just because not all stars that collapse will turn into black hole, right? But imagine if our sun actually did, after how we had the nebula and the white dwarf and stuff like that, right? Imagine if it actually created a black hole. Damn. Just because it's Earth-like doesn't mean we can survive there. We didn't evolve for that environment. Exactly. Some exoplanets are actually more habitable than the Earth, but that doesn't mean they contain life. Exactly. Fighting out for science. Real talk, I want to go to a black hole. Oh, damn. 10 different Earth-like planets so far. That's what the Planet X theory was about. It could just explode. Oh, it will explode. Sun will explode. It will, because as it's burning, it's gonna expand, it's gonna become the big red giant, and then it will low-key be exploding and creating the nebula, and then it's gonna, on the gravity of itself, it's gonna just go back. So that's the thing as well.
But nothing can escape, and that's a black hole. They're surrounded, this region.
Apparently, you can go from zero to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony.
I keep forgetting that I don't have my premium
vibe coding meets drag and drop freedom. We'll see about that. All right, let me try to make up a site to sell some theoretical.
Where if you fall in, it's called the event horizon. And if you go across that horizon, then you are going to the center. There's one way of thinking about it, which is quite cool, which is that the time and space sort of flip is one way to think about it. So in the same way that we are going into the future now, so we're going to tomorrow. There's nothing we can do about it. We are going to tomorrow. In the same way, if you fall in across the event horizon of a black hole, you are going to the middle, the singularity it's called. So that's your future. Every line of your future points to the center of the black hole. We have now got photographs of them. So we have 2 photographs, which are radio telescope photographs. One of the one in the center of our galaxy, which is a little one. It's called Sagittarius A star. So it's about 6 million times the mass of the sun. And they took a photo of one in the galaxy M87, 55 million light years away. That thing is around 6 billion times the mass of the sun. So if you took our sun, which you can fit 1 million Earths inside, and collapsed it down to make a black hole, it would form a black hole when it shrunk. So you squash it down till it's about 2 miles, and then that would form a black hole. 6 billion times the mass of the sun means you multiply that by 6 billion. So these things, the so-called Schwarzschild radius is larger than our solar system. So what you...
Which is goddamn scary. We just know about what's the name of that giant ass star that we know? is out there. Oh, what's the name? I knew it. I forgot. Help. Um, no, James. No, not that one, Helen. We know a lot of the like the biggest one that wait, hold on, which one is the name? Hold on, give me a second, give me a second. What is the biggest star known today? What's the name? Stephenson 2.18. That one. That one. That one. The Steve where is it? Do I have any Steve or they are talking about UY Scooty as well? Hold on, let me see. Thank you for making me bold. Here. Is currently considered the largest known star by radius, with an estimated size of roughly 2,150,000 times that of the sun. So yeah, that's a big biggie, that one, right? Chad, we want to see me make a sun? How dare you? Now we have arrival of the biggest sun. Azebaldia, I hate you.
You're seeing there is the emission from the material that's swirling around it. It's called the accretion disk. So you have material that's orbiting very fast, emitting a lot of radiation, and that's what you see.
Because stars actually live shorter. You're right. You're right. Because the bigger you are, the more of the resources that you need to have, like the hydrogen and everything, you know, that we our sun has, for example. The more you use, right? So we got back to back. Thank you so much, Jack Timberwolf. Thank you so much for the follow. And Hoshi Zora Raji, thank you so much for the follow, guys. Welcome. How are you?
It's a flat disc, by the way.
The smaller
Think
the better.
Saturn's rings. So this material is very flat. But what you're seeing in that photograph is the light rays being bent around the black hole from that flat disk. So that was a prediction from Einstein's theory, basically. He published it in 1915. And you can predict that that's what one should look like. And then just about, was that 4 years ago now, maybe 5 years ago, for the first time in history, we get an image of one, and it looks like the prediction.
Will human civilization expand? Guys, that's the thing we were just talking about.
In science, at the moment, space science, we have this debate a lot, actually, because, of course, space probes like Curiosity that's on Mars at the moment, that's really cheap compared to sending people to Mars. And
yes.
So quite often, the scientists who want to find out about the world will say, well, we should spend it on robots. We shouldn't spend it on people. I think crewed space exploration is, in some ways, I mean, it's clearly true at the moment that humans can do more than robots, so we can explore the place better.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name.
Skip.
It's about living and working off the planet, which I think is quite a persuasive argument, actually. We've already industrialized near-Earth orbit. So it's already a multi-billion-dollar industry, you know, communication satellites and weather satellites, GPS, whatever. You know, we're already up there. And so learning to live and work in space is, I think, a natural extension of our civilization. Plus the fact, if you talk to Elon or Jeff Bezos, they point out that the amount of resources available just slightly above our heads is vast. And so I remember I talked to Jeff Bezos actually once, and he thinks really simply, and he said, you know, for example, in the asteroid belt, there's enough metal, I think, to build a skyscraper. What is it? It's something like 800 stories tall and cover the Earth in it, right? If you want. Now, we don't want to do that.
Like, I personally think, I personally think that, like, we don't need to necessarily first find out how to terraform other planets to be able to live on them. but let's figure it out how we can just live in the space for now, you know? It's kind of like Wall-E type of dystopia, I'm not gonna lie, but like let's just make sure that we can survive in the middle of the universe before we like go to planets, right? Like I think it's gonna be easier for us because we low key kind of already like started that, right? We have those space stations, you know. There's people living there for a year or more, you know, sometimes. So like, I think that's a good start. Like we should just like m- make it perfect that we can survive and live for a longer time in space, because I think like terraforming planets and finding out and traveling to planets and all that stuff, that will take way longer time. Jack Baldizos. Jeez.
Point was that the energy from the sun is all up there, the resources are up there. So you could almost imagine trying to zone the Earth residential at some point in the future to protect the planet and do your heavy industry off the planet, for example. And it sounds like science fiction, except that now SpaceX and Blue Origin, those people have got reusable rockets. So suddenly the economics become sensible. I think expansion is good. And I think we will expand. And I think we will expand outwards because there's not much room left on this planet to expand. That's a whole different idea. It's not a.
That is pretty much true. At the end of the day, it's really hard to engineer a way to survive in an environment you are not evolved to survive in, especially an environment as hostile to Earth-based life as space is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I know that there are billions of stars in the sky. When you think about it, like there's like trillions of stars just only in our galaxy, and there's trillions and trillions of galaxies. So like there's like insane number, like you cannot imagine that number of how many stars are out there. You cannot even imagine how many galaxies are out there. Well, you can't expand inwards, to be fair. Yeah.
About gathering scientific information. It's about a frontier and all the benefits that come from operating as a civilization on a frontier, which we've sort of lost on the Earth because there is no frontier left. And so I like that idea.
Is Mars the best option? No. That's just a no. Immediately.
So there is no other planet we can go to other than Mars. You can't go to Jupiter or Saturn. You can't go to Mercury or Venus. So if we want to go somewhere and expand our civilization, it has to be Mars. And everything's there that you need.
Like, okay.
It's interesting, actually.
If you're talking only by like which of the planet of the solar system is the best choice for us, then yes, Mars it is. But like, it would be great to just find something, but I'm like, you know, something better, because like we're just gonna go a little bit further away from sun, so maybe like Mars is not gonna get eaten by it, right, when it decides to go to red giant and stuff. But I'm still not convinced, me personally. If you're struggling to wrap your head around how many galaxies are out there, then get this. There is an entire parts of the universe that we can't even observe since they are expanded further away from us than the speed of light can reach. Isn't there the whole thing? Hi, Luca. How are you? Thank you for the hydrate. But we can see as far. Hold on. We can see as far. I'm sorry for if it was guys too loud right now, all of this stuff, because I know I upped the volume. Like we can see as far as Big Bang. Actually, we did record. We have the data. We already seen the signals or radiation, the universe background radiation, like from the Big Bang, as far as 13 billion years ago, right? When the Big Bang happened. So we already seen that. It already reached us, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously, like, we cannot see it, we couldn't see everything, but we have a data of it. So that's why we know. Where I'm living in Detroit, I see no stars because Michigan is cloudy every day. Oh. Yeah, that's why it's good to live in the rural parts, because you can see so much, like seeing the the Milky Way, and everything. It's so cool. I don't think we will ever have the resources to go that far in space and that quickly. Oh, we will never be able to travel at the speed of light. Like, that's not possible. We can get close to it, but we will never be able to travel at the speed of light. My bad, you're fine. Look, how are you doing? It just costs too much and there's not enough money to make this ever happen, even if it's possible. Oh, Whitney, like right now, as of now, if we manage to survive and if we do more research and science and all the good stuff, right, it might be possible in the future. Like, or like be money there for it and all the good stuff, right? Basically, the universe is expanding faster than the speed of light. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Because the fastest thing we have is a light. And without light. So. I am not sure. I can't, obviously, like, you cannot really. Don't take me as I'm no scientist, right? But like from what I've read and from what I've heard, I am not really 100% sure about that statement, though. But I'm not saying it's wrong either. It's just like, I'm just trying to think right now, like, if it's possible or not.
We know something about the history of Mars now, quite a lot about the history of Mars. And it's certainly clear that there was water, almost certainly oceans, rivers.
Told ya.
So, and that water is almost certainly still there. So there's certainly ice. There may even be pockets of liquid water below the surface somewhere. So couple that with all the minerals and the resources that we know are there, and you have everything you need. So that's the thing about Mars. It's quite nice relative to everywhere else other than the Earth. You can't go to Venus, right?
Right.
You just melt. It's, what is it, 400 and something degrees and 90 atmospheric pressure.
See?
So Mars is quite nice.
Could life exist outside Earth? Let's see. I'm good. Just got home from a D&D session. Aw, I hope you had fun. They said it in a documentary. Given the vastness of the universe, traveling at the speed of light would be incredibly inefficient. You'd be an old lady by the time you reached. If you were to go at the speed of... Actually, no. If you're traveling at the speed of light, that's the whole relativity stuff. So yeah, like, even... Okay, hold on. Depends on where you're going. Obviously, the further you're going, you would probably, as a human being that lives only 100 years, you would not get there, right? You would not get there. And also, like, the whole fact about, like, if you're traveling at the speed of light, so you can go to another, let's say, galaxy and then come back, and, like, it wouldn't actually take you as long, for you the time is ticking slower, right? But so when would you come back? There would be no one you would tell about what you've seen, what you found, right? Because for you it might have been just a, let's say, couple decades of traveling, let's say, if we went to a certain area, but on Earth there would be like millions of years past. So That's taking relativity into account, Aze. Yeah. The universe itself can actually expand faster than the speed of light without violating special relativity. Have a good rest of stream. Going to buffet with the girls. Okay, Ameja. Have a good time. Not the daughters. Yeah, not the daughters. My only kids are my fur babies. True, true, true.
I think there must be, even in the solar system, I would not be surprised if we find microbes on Mars or on some of the moons of Jupiter or Saturn where there's liquid water. And the reason is, if you think about, the reason I think that, and it's a guess, is because if you look at the history of life on Earth, so Earth formed, there was no life, it was a ball of rock. And almost as soon as it cooled down, we see evidence of life. So certainly 3.8 billion years ago, possibly even further back than that, we see evidence of life on Earth. So somewhere along the line, geochemistry, active geochemistry became biochemistry on Earth. And we have some idea, that if you get gradients of temperature and acid and alkaline and the conditions that are naturally present on the surface of oceans, then complex carbon chemistry spontaneously happens. So we know that life, almost certainly we know that life began on Earth. I mean, the other option is it came from space or something like that, but it probably didn't, right? It probably began on Earth. So that means that at least here, that happened.
I can turn your wildest ideas.
Jesus Christ, fuck off.
Conditions that led.
I hate those AI ads. Oh, great. I have my hair back. I'm normal again. Let's go.
To the origin of life on Earth were present on Mars 4 billion years ago. And we know that they're present on Europa today. So I don't see that there's anything special. Life is just chemistry. The idea that geochemistry becomes biochemistry is not fanciful because it happened here. So I think that given the same conditions, it would be surprising to me if the same thing didn't happen in that life.
Yeah. That's why when we are like asking about life, like civilization type of life like we have, probably not, but microbes and all of the good stuff, yes. there's probably at least like the beginning of it or some type, but probably not as intelligent as we are, like the full civilization type of stuff.
Life begins. To test that is one of the great frontiers of science now. It's one of the great challenges, which is why another reason we're interested in Mars, because we know those conditions were there. We know there were what's called hydrothermal vent systems on the floors of oceans on Mars 3.8 or 4 billion years ago. So it would be good to know if what I've said is right. And the way we find out is to find life or evidence of past life.
How lucky are we on Earth? A lot.
There's a theory called the Grand Tack theory. So it's very hard to explain the evolution of our solar system. When you do computer models of solar systems, you don't tend to get 4 rocky planets too close to the sun and 4 big gas giants further out. And one of the current best theories, and I say this because it shows you how lucky we might be, is that Jupiter, they tend to form these big gas giants and migrate inwards towards the star. So in almost all the computer simulations, just because you've got this big gas giant orbiting in all the dust around the star, they tend to drop inwards. And it looks like Jupiter did that. So it looks like it formed and came in almost to where Mars orbits today and cleared out the region around Mars, actually, which is maybe the reason Mars is so small compared to to Venus and Earth. But then Saturn was coming in as well. And in the computer models, the interaction between Jupiter and Saturn stops Jupiter coming in before it gets to the Earth. And they both get dragged out again. And so to where they are today.
Oh, wow.
And so that seems to be, it's one of the best theories for the evolution of our solar system. So what are the chances? The chances of that are so minuscule, like tiny. So, That's the thing, I think, about these rocky planets. In order to get a civilization on them, I guess you need quite unusual solar systems. And that would be a guess. And you need quite unusual stability on the planet for billions of years. And that's why I think we might be quite lucky.
Yeah, that's exactly like you have heard. We had so many good odds. That's why I'm feeling like there's not gonna be a similar type of life there. Or it's gonna be very fluffy and rare. That's the whole point. Like, I'm just saying, like, there's not at all, but it's gonna be rare. Very, very rare. At least, probably in our galaxy minimum. that was the whole thing, and I'm glad that was the question. This video. You get your bouncy hair back, yeah. What is the meaning of life?
An answer would be, we are small, finite beings, right? Which are just clusters of atoms, as we said before, that are very rare, but we understand roughly how they came to be. And we have a limited amount of time, not actually unfortunately, but because of the laws of nature. The laws of nature forbid us to be immortal. Immortality is ruled out by the laws of physics. But also,
which sucks.
What's interesting about it?
Which sucks, because I would love to be immortal. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, how many of you would like to be okay, hold on. I don't know. How many of you guys would love to be immortal? That is his belief. I have my own. Oh, really? My phone's overheating. Must be because you're here. Aw, hello. Hello, Fire Overlord. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I don't think you want to be immortal, Aze. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I am... Like, in the grand scheme of things, probably not. But currently, I am terrified of dying. Like, I am so goddamn scared of death. Like, how is it gonna feel? Is there gonna be anything? You know, like the whole thing. Like, I am scared of the not knowing what the fuck. Okay? So that's why I'm like, oh, I want to live as long as possible. And I love the idea of immortality.
Do a barrel roll.
I'm on the fence for being immortal. I would only like to be immortal if Aze is too. Aww, Helen. Smooth. I would love to be immortal, but does immortal come with the being immune, most damage, and dying? I mean, yeah, that's a good question. Like, is it immortal like you just cannot die at all, or like you will live forever unless something happens to you so damaging that you will just die? That's a good question. I don't really know. Me too, I'm hella scared of dying. Yeah. I'm scared of death, but more so of eternity. But what if, like, okay, hold on. So what, like, are you scared more of eternity of like not dying, or dying and then after that some type of eternity? Because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's just the regular, like, we can just like take it all the way down to like the fear of unknown, basically. That's all what it is, basically, in the end, right? 870 followers, that was all me. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it, by the way. I really appreciate it. Wait, did we reach 870 already? Being immortal means you are cursed with watching everyone and everything you ever loved turn to dust. But wait. What if other people are also immortal? You know, not just me personally, you know? Um, as if you're immortal, you'd wind up floating in the vastness of void after the heat death of the universe, which would be its own type of hell. Oh yeah, that, I do agree with that. Never promise tomorrow. A lot of us will drop off the face of Earth any day now. Don't, hey, no, don't, don't scare me like that. It could like, could my hand get decapitated and I just sit there in pain without being able to die? That would be, yeah, that would be kind of, yeah. I understand that. That's kind of you. No. He claims that physics explains everything. We barely grasp our own planet, and he says he knows existence. I don't think so. He's just basing everything on known facts and science, right? So like, actually, I suffer from apeirophobia. What is that? Since I was a child, this is the way I think of it. Can you remember what you were or where you were before you were born? If not, would that be the exact same thing? Like there's you have those, like, all you guys, you know that there's like some like cases of like the deja vu, having like some like dreams from your past life or something like that, right? So like what about that? That is a question from the metaphysical religion answer is if one chooses. Yeah, you're true. Immortal friend group gang, let's go. The stone true darling. Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
If you look at the basic physics of the universe, going from the Big Bang to where we are today, then the physics is driven by the fact that the universe began in an extremely ordered state. So it was a very highly ordered system. And it is tending towards a more disordered system at the moment. And that's called the second law of thermodynamics. And what we strongly suspect, and I would say no, is that in that process of going from order to disorder, complexity emerges naturally for a brief period of time. So it's a natural part of the evolution of the universe that you get a period in time when there's complexity in the universe. So stars and planets and galaxies and life and civilizations. But they exist because the universe is decaying, not in spite of the fact the universe is decaying. So our existence in that sort of picture is necessarily finite and necessarily time limited. And it is a remarkable thing that that complexity has got so far that there are things in the universe that can think and feel and explore it. And I think that is the answer. If you want an answer to the meaning of it all, it's that you are part of the universe. Because of the way the laws of nature work, you are allowed to exist, but you're allowed to exist for a temporary, or for a small amount of time in a possibly infinite universe. What more do you want? You know, when I see people who go, I want more than that. I want more, you know, there must be more to it. What do you mean? The ingredients in our bodies were assembled in the hearts of long dead stars over billions of years and have assembled themselves spontaneously into temporary structures that can think and feel and explore. And then those structures will decay away again at some point, and in the very far future, there'll be no structures left. So there we are. We exist in this little window when we can observe this magnificent universe. Why do you want any more?
To be fair, he's not goddamn wrong when you think about it, but it's still scary as hell. It's still scary as hell. In my opinion, I think death would be like you're sleeping but without any dreams. But still, I think it's gonna be even a little bit different. Abirophobia is the specific phobia of infinity, eternity, endlessness, and the uncountable, and is also known as the fear of infinity, the fear of eternity, or the fear of endlessness, causing discomfort and sometimes panic attacks from intrusive thoughts of the infinity. Ooh, that's kind of crazy though. Wow. I don't dream at night anyway, so that doesn't seem too bad. Oh god. It's the futility of life that give it its meaning. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I do hope there's I wait. I do hope there's like the thing where you can upload your mind into technology or something like that for this one reason. I am not sure about that actually. Like that's how would you turn something that is based on like some type of a biochemistry biological stuff, into something that is purely, I don't know, metallic stuff like that. Like I'm not. It's just like there's like how would that work? Like I know that a lot of stuff like we like the way how our brain works is it requires electricity and all of those good stuff, but like still like that's just like how. I don't think that we have the the means to be able to do that. But yeah, guys, that was a Brian Cox for you guys. If you never heard about this scientist, Brian Cox is really amazing. Not gonna lie. Also, let me just tone down this a little bit and let's put some music on the back again. Here we go. Oh, I forgot about my feathers. Here we go. Spontaneous assembly in the entire phone book into a million pieces. Throw them out the window a trillion times. Will it reassemble? Probably not. But then you're only making a copy of yourself. The original you is still there, but the copy gets to live on somewhere else. I actually had a panic attack at school once and feel ashamed when I remembered it, but I feel extremely relieved when I found out Earth wasn't going to last forever. Maybe that's why I love science. Yeah, I think the general idea is that nothing's gonna last forever. Like even though it's gonna take insane amount of time even for universe itself to live, like right now we have certain evidence of it being 13.8 billion years old, which is still goddamn insane, right? And it's still gonna probably live for a long time, beyond our comprehension, but it's still, there's probably some type of an end to it. Probably, or at least what we think, right? I'll tell you something more crazy. We know that things exist, obviously, right? But the worst, what scares me absolutely, what is probably worse than eternity or whatever, or infinity or something, is imagine, which you cannot imagine that, right? But quoting marks, imagine, try to image, whatever, that nothing existed, there's no universe, nothing that started the universe, nothing, nothing. Nothing. That's what scaring me more than something being immortal in infinite, nothing exists, right? Nothing doesn't exist. No, nothing exists. It's hard to even say it correctly, grammarly correctly, right? So oh jeez. Quantum physics dictates that there is a small probability that the specific occurrence will occur. Yeah. About daylight savings time, we in Eastern Time Zone had argued against daylight savings time since our government made it in law in 1926. Oh yeah. Everybody, every country that I've been in that is experiencing daylight savings is everybody's complaining about it, but it feels like nobody wants to do anything about it almost. So yeah. I take the point, though. I am doubtful that it will happen. We have much to learn and to understand. Oh, we will never That's the thing. We will never experience it. Our generation will probably not experience it. We will not witness it. If we get to live longer as a humanity, maybe hundreds years from now, like we are progressing pretty fast, but at the same time, it's still gonna take minimum of hundreds of years, I would say, to like get to the point of like some type of a crazy progression. As is right, nothing lasts forever. From the moment we are conceived, and we are in a constant slow state of decay. Yeah. Perhaps beyond this concept of existence, we will meet Azaret to discuss it. Hey, I love these type of talks, you know, being a hey guys, that's one existential hours with Kazi. That's one, like, I am fan of science, of philosophical stuff, and you know, I am. So I love these conversations, you know. It's interesting. It's cool, you know. I think that's a sign of like, you know, of a true humanity, you know, like being a curious, intelligent being, some type of something like that. I feel like it. That's just my opinion, you know. That's just my opinion. Anyways, guys, we went for 3 hours. Oh my god, on a Sunday? No way. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Normally we do only 2 hours long streams on Sundays, short ones. But today we kind of found the correct topics to talk about. I'm assuming. This was a lot of fun, guys, today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm really glad that you guys spent some time with me today. Really appreciate it. For all the new people, I'm just gonna spam it into everywhere, so give me a second. This word here, it's gonna go on all platforms, so it's gonna just like spam everywhere. Don't worry about it. If you're new, and if you're not, join our Discord, you know, if you want to. We would love to have those type of conversations in the Discord as well. You know, that would be cool. That would be cool, you know. Post those type of like interesting like science type of stuff too, guys. I really highly encourage that, you know, in media or in even in chit chat sometimes, if you know, if you want, you know, because I like those conversations. We don't need to have it necessarily only on streams, you know. But yes, thank you so much, guys. It was a really cool time to spend with you in this rainy day, for me at least. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I am gonna go eat something because I'm extremely hungry. I'm not gonna lie. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out again. Stay amazing, stay magical, stay absolutely wonderful. Okay. Stay healthy if you are healthy again. Stay warm, hydrated, and all the good stuff. Enjoy the rest of your... You can ask me about science stuff. Yep. Yeah, okay. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday, or have a good night if it's already late for you. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Okie dokie. I'm gonna be back on Tuesday. Have a good start of the week as well, okay? And that's the way it is. Sunday, March of Somewhere. Goodbye. Bye-bye, Troy. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good day. Good day. Bye-bye, GD. Bye-bye, Helen. Thanks for the stream, as it was fun jumping between the random topics of the day. That's how it goes with me, you know? That's how it goes. The other day, Nini made the meme, you know? Made the meme of did we post it? I will post it in Discord, so it's gonna be so you guys will see it. Wait, no, Nini posted it in memes in Discord, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere I will repost it. It's funny. Anyways. Thank you guys, love you, stay amazing, stay magical, and I'll see you guys. Bye bye, Ike. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. Mwah.